Hi there, this is Craig Hain, and my students call me Dr. Dell. I want to talk to you on this video about an unbelievable math student opportunity, but it's true, even though you might find it unbelievable. And here's a question. If you want your math student to succeed with math, then this message is for you. I guess it's not a question, it's a statement. If you want your math student to succeed with math, then listen to this message. Now, I don't care if your student is failing in math or struggling with math or is successful with math, or maybe is a STEM math student doing quite well, maybe non-college bound, military, some technical career, or college bound. Doesn't matter in any situation. What I want to teach you about, I want to talk to you about how you're going to learn about an amazing 21st century math program that takes advantage of and applies 21st century technologies that will empower your student to succeed with math. No matter what your student is or how they're doing, they're going to succeed. Now, I'm going to assume that we both want your student to succeed with math, and we want them to do it in the best possible way that's going to empower their success in many future endeavors and career paths that they might choose, because math can be the foundation for so many career paths, both not only in STEM, but in the practical world. And you want your student to get the best possible math training to do that. I'm pretty sure, I would hope so. And that's what I would think. Now, math failure or struggle is horrible for any student. And math success is wonderful for any student. Those are two things I believe. Do we agree? And if we agree on that, then let me tell you more. Whether your student is going to a school, which might be a private school or a public school, or is being homeschooled, succeeding in math can be quite a challenge for any student in any of these situations. Now, most parents don't know how to really help their student unless they happen to have access to a great math tutor, and that can be quite expensive and very difficult to find sometimes and not practical. And in fact, for many students, even a good math tutor doesn't help very much. And you might say, well, really, why is that? Well, I'm going to tell you why that is. Math content that's taught in many math classes today, in virtually all of our current schools, is a very bad 20th century math content program. And in fact, this is one big reason, maybe the big reason, why most of today's math programs simply aren't working well for our students. Even our successful students are struggling, and most students are not really successful. Now, there's a second reason that's related to this. Very bad 20th century pedagogy. Pedagogy means how math is taught, the methods of teaching it. 20th century math pedagogy also does not work for most students, because here's why. Math has got to be self-paced. It's got to be interactive. And you can't be comparing one student to another, because they all work at different rates. They have different ability, different aptitudes, and so on. And in fact, it's impossible, really, to teach math in a group situation that's good for all students. Now, I've been a math teacher for decades, and I've done it all ways. And I've done it in classrooms, and I can tell you that in middle school and high school, this is very challenging. Even when you try to segregate the students into different categories, it's still very challenging, because in any group, some students are going to be ahead of others, are going to have a better background, they're going to have more aptitude, and it varies from topic to topic. And competition isn't necessarily a good thing. You want each student to be succeeding at their own pace and doing well and getting praise for it. So if you've got a math program that has bad content, which most of them do today now, the 20th century content, or bad pedagogy, or either one of these, that can cause a student to not be successful. So the question now is, what can you, or for that matter, any parent do for any math student so that that doesn't happen, so that they are successful? Okay, drum roll, answer. Well, get a math program that has proper 21st century math content and that is delivered with proper 21st century math pedagogy for your student. That's all that is to it. You say, well, really, is this even possible? How can I possibly do that? Well, the answer is it is possible, and it might be very hard to believe, but it's possible today. And here's the really amazing news. Believe it or not, today it can be very cost effective. Now, an analogy I like to use for doubting Thomases, and you very well might be, is just think of a modern smartphone compared to an old landline phone. The 20th century math program still being taught in our schools, both in terms of content and pedagogy, is like an old landline phone. Just think about that. And what you can do today in the 21st century, and I'm going to tell you about such a program and how you can learn about it, is like a modern smartphone. Just compare the two. Just think about the smartphones today. I'm assuming, I mean, it's people old enough to remember old landline, because this is really a message mostly for the parents of students. So you're somewhat older. You probably remember old landline phones. Okay, you've got to provide your student with a 21st century math program that delivers 21st century content and great 21st century pedagogy. And by the way, I call it Spike Pedagogy. That's an acronym I made up. I'm a math teacher. You're going to learn all about that. And so the question is, that's what you've got to do. So how can you learn about this? How can you do it? How can you acquire it? Well, actually, it's pretty easy for you to learn about it. And in fact, you can probably learn about it in a couple of hours. I've written 4 what I call golden rule math books, and they explain all this in great detail. And I've written 4 of them. The generic one is Golden Rule Math for 21st Century Math Students. That's just a generic one. And they're not very thick. This is the size of them. This is the printed copy that if you bought it off Amazon, you'd get. It's about 60 pages. You can probably read them in an hour to 2 hours. The second one is Golden Rule Math for struggling math students. You got to treat them differently than successful students. I got a book for successful students. Believe me, once they're successful, it's hard to keep them that way, and you want to keep them that way. And finally, if you have a STEM student, someone interested in science and engineering, then that really is just absolutely revolutionary today. So I have a book on that. So there's 4 Golden Rule Math books. Now you can go to Amazon and buy any one of them for $9.99 in a printed version, just like I showed you here. Or you can get a Kindle version for $3.99. And when you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to learn, first of all, about proper 21st century math content. It's amazing. It's going to really surprise you. You're going to learn about what I call Spike Pedagogy, which is a 21st century way you can do it. You couldn't do this in the 20th century. You can do it today with modern technologies. You're going to learn how you can get a great math tutor online, guess whom that might be, very cost effectively. And it's because of tutorial videos and all that. But you're also going to learn how you can become, or maybe get, a great coach. And this coach doesn't need to know much math. You need a tutor and a coach. In fact, I have chapters in all of those books to talk about tutor, math teacher, math coach. And I also have a chapter on how to be a great coach. And so then you're going to learn from any one of these books how to get an optimal 21st century math content. And you're going to find out that you can do it, and it's all online and very, very cost effective. You're going to learn about that in these books. Now, there's another thing you're going to learn about, and that is a new enhancement program, Math Enhancement, that Dr. Dell, that's me, I've created. And it is a great foundation for any math student, whether you're 7th, 8th, all the way through 12th. No matter where they are in their math program, this is an enhancement program. It's going to help them no matter where they are. And you'll learn all about why that is. And that's delivered online, and it's for $97. You can go to our website and get it online. Now, what it does, it amplifies your students' math skills. It makes any math program they're taking much easier to learn. It will reduce their fear and their dislike of math, and they're going to learn to love math. That's what this program does. Now, today, right now, and I don't know how long this is going to last, there's a special offer. You can obtain a PDF copy of each one of these Golden Rule Math books for free. Okay? So no excuse not to get one now. You don't have to go to Amazon. You can go, I'm going to tell you, I get a PDF copy. And another thing you can do, or you can do both of these things, or either one of them, drum roll please, you can obtain a copy of this Math Enhancement program, my Dr. Dell's program, for your student today for only $49. And no risk. There's never a risk. It's an online program and so on, and you're going to learn all about it. Now you say, well, how do I learn more about that? Now, it takes quite a bit for you to understand what this Math Enhancement program is about. It's really very interesting. You're going to love it. And so there's a link you can go to below the video and click on. or you can look, if you're watching this on a, wherever the link will be, you're going to go to goldenrulemath.com/FB. When you go there, you're going to learn all about everything I'm telling you. You're going to learn how to get the free Golden Rule math books. And even better yet, as soon as you understand what's going on already, you want to get the $49 math enhancement program. Okay, now let me give you a quick review. What have I just said? There's 4 Golden Rule math books that explain everything that any parent needs to know, no matter what their student is, struggling, successful, STEM student, and so on. They're available on Amazon, but you can get them for free today, a PDF of them for free. And each one of them is going to teach you about proper math content in this 21st century. And it's amazing how much different it is. And there's no math textbook today that does this. There's no online program other than the one I'm going to tell you about that does this that I know of. You're going to learn about what I call spike pedagogy. This is very important. And it's in these books, all 4 of them explain it. You're going to learn how you can get a great math tutor online. Guess who? That's me. Tutorial videos. And that's all explained in the math enhancement thing. You're going to get 28 tutorial videos. And so you find all the things you're going to get in that. You're going to learn how that you can be a great coach or get someone that you know that knows your student to be a great coach. And the coach does not have to know math. That's the big deal now. The coach doesn't have to know math. And you're going to learn how then you can get this optimal 21st century math content. That's what this is all about. So it's all online and it's very cost effective. You're going to be able to, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to be able to get my math enhancement program, which normally sells for $97. For now, at least, I don't know how long it's going to last. It'll be $47. You're going to get free PDF copies of these books. So what you need to do is you need to go to goldenrulemath.com/FB. And I have a 5-minute video that really explains what I'm telling you about in more detail. Then on that page, there's all sorts of information, and there's 20 testimonials, more than 20, from real parents that know about this program, this special enhancement program I've told you about, that you'll learn all about. And when you find out about it, I'm quite sure you'll try it. And again, it's no risk. If you try it and don't like it, you get your money back, needless to say. So this is Craig Hain. As I said, my students call me Dr. Dell, and I thank you for watching this video, and I urge you to go as quickly as possible and get yourself get these free PDF books. And if you've got a student, get the math enhancement program and get going. And if you do that, you'll get to know me a whole lot better than you do now. So I'll see you on another video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.